How you doing today, folks? Now, I'm going to include the original unboxing in this video, or at least part of it, because I really want you guys to see, one, how happy I was to actually get this in hand. I was really, really excited. And two, to understand that I don't make these type of videos lightly. Originally, I was going to reach out to the maker themselves to see if they can't fix this. Then I did a little bit of research, and this is an ongoing and well-known problem, and they're not doing shit to fix it. So they had multiple chances with the community to do the right thing and get this knife fixed, to pull it from stores and everything else, and to really work on it. And instead, they chose to make $1. I really, really like Heretic knives, man. I've had 7 or 8 of their knives over the years. I really, really enjoy them. But this knife, the Heretic knives Pariah, is a bad and honestly a dangerous knife. Stay tuned to figure out why. So today's unboxing knife is the Tour Knives Camp Axe, because I don't know, I love this thing. I'm using it to open everything lately. Damn. Okay. All right. So we have a... Okay. All right, man. Drunk me's doing good. I fucking love Heretic. I actually don't have any of their knives right now. I sold my Auto Butcher and my Manticore X Predator for, I don't remember what reason. I just decided to. So I'm happy to have another Heretic in the collection. And we have the... Oh shit. We have a Heretic Knives Pariah, folks. I am fucking excited. No fanfare, no bullshit. Cool box, I guess. Fuck that. Knife time. Now, before we get into the actual review, I want you guys to see something. Never in my entire time carrying knives have I ever dealt with this issue. Right, I have had a Gerber Covert 06 Auto deploy partway in my pocket, like just a little bit to where I could kind of feel it, and I just, literally took it out, pinched it back together, and it was fine, right? But this knife fully deployed in my pocket, and it's not because it's an auto, right? That button actually takes a decent amount of force to actually put down. The button on the auto feature of this knife in general is actually done fairly well. What the problem is that this has basically no detent. Like, I cannot stress this fact enough. Like, just the tiniest little flick and this thing will pop out every single time. It's honestly ridiculous, man, because QC had to have seen this, right? They would have known, they would have tried something. As far as the auto action, it deploys, it's slow, it's very sluggish, it doesn't feel great, but it's not bad. As far as the actual manual action, it's not bad. It's fairly hard to thumb flick or reverse flick out. You do have to use wrist pretty consistently, right? But, that's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. What is bad is that when literally any type of movement, this blade pops out on. That is not okay whatsoever, and I have tightened the pivot down and everything else because this is an auto, and the way it is designed, there's not too much, honestly, you can do. So this is a knife that I got in hands, you saw in the actual video, and I was excited for, dude. I was super, super happy. I'd wanted to try this model. A double action auto sounds badass. I have had one of those before, but it was a full-on custom that was like $3,000. So I was like, okay, well, I can't really afford to do that again right now, but this might fill that void for now. And what I got in hand was almost immediately disappointing. As far as ergonomically, the ergonomics on this knife are not good. In many cases with a knife, you can always feel the clip, right? But it's not normally a hot spot. It's just something that's like vaguely irritating. It's there. This, because of the nature of what the clip is, both the placement as well as the actual ball bearing of the actual clip, how far it actually protrudes from the scale, at all times, right? At 100% all times, you can feel this clip in your hand, and it jabs in your hand pretty goddamn hard. I like to do a test, right, where I literally hold it as hard as I possibly can, nice white knuckle grip, and I did this in the actual first impressions video, and it hurt, and it still really hurts right now. This is just for you guys' entertainment, just so you really know that I'm really trying to give this knife every possible chance. And if you can see right here, that actual big dip divot in my actual palm, divot in my actual palm, that will always be there. Whether you hold the knife really, really hard or just, average. If you do it gentle, like if you just hold it like super sensitive, like, it's fine. There's no real hot spots. But anything besides that, it is an immediate hot spot. It is not okay. I will say right here where this actual piece is at is also a hot spot. That isn't as bad though. If you do have the type of hand to where your finger sits right here, which unfortunately I do, that sucks, but most people will not have that issue. So it's not really a big deal. As far as the actual style of the knife, I think this knife is absolutely beautiful. I really love the two-tone finish on the blade, as well as this nice harpoony swedge right here. I love the subtle flaming. It's a really cool look, as well as the texture on this button. The grip tape looking inlays, not a huge fan of, but I would definitely replace those with something much, much cooler, like some Mokutai or maybe some flame titanium frag. If I was going to keep this knife, which to be very clear, I definitely will not, because as I already mentioned, this thing has some very serious problems, and those problems do continue. As far as the actual carry of this knife, right, if the clip worked perfectly and there was no issues at all, and it was a hot spot, it'd be like, okay, whatever, function over form, I get it. But this rides up in your pocket all the time. To be very clear, because of this ball bearing right here, it has never fallen out, but it goes from being up here to right there, up here to right there all the fucking time, and it's honestly really goddamn annoying. And theoretically, right, this has not happened. This is just completely theorizing. If it rides up to where it is just at this actual ball bearing, and I bump this knife, or I'm working and I happen to run into a pallet or something like that, which I'm a clumsy fuck, I do this on a regular basis, it will 100% fly out of your pocket. And then because of this weak ass detent, it'll probably deploy, stab you, hurt somebody else, possibly break the tip off. Again, this is total theory, but it is a goddamn problem. I really feel like they did not just do the actual research for this knife. I feel like somebody actually drew it out. That's a badass look, and it is. Like, that is a good looking knife 100%. But then they decided to do a whole bunch of different caveats in order to make it, I don't know, man, I guess their ideal. What I think should happen with this knife is either A, they should make this just a button lock. They should remove the actual auto feature entirely, give it a nice snappy fucking detent, and then you can just press the button down and it drops. If they did that, I would buy it absolutely ASAP. Yes, the pocket clip sucks. I can replace that. Whatever. The hotspot is annoying. I can chamfer that down. Whatever. I like the way the knife looks so fucking much, and I see the potential to modify it in such an awesome, cool fucking way that I wouldn't care that much. They could also make it just a pure auto. I think a lot of people would actually like that as well. Just press a button, and then if you want to disengage it, press the button down, and then slip it down. As it is, you have to do the actual liner lock, and then you deal with the actual spring pressure of an auto. So you can definitely close it one-handed, but it feels really, really weird. With a regular auto, you press the button, it deploys, then you slide your finger up here and you can close it down and then lock it. With this, you can definitely close it, but it feels just honestly kind of sketchy. Like, I'm okay doing it now. At first, I almost dropped this knife hella times. The actual auto liner lock idea, personally, I don't get it. It's more of an actual nitpick though. But again, if you're dealing with a knife that can 100% hurt you, like I showed you that hole in my pants, right? So what happened is that I was at work and I was carrying this knife, and my boss, my literal supervisor goes, Kyle, are you carrying a knife? And I'm like, Ed, I always carry a knife. He was like, no, dude, like it's like sticking out of your pocket. My immediate thought is that, oh, okay, it might have fallen out or it's riding too high or whatever. No, the fucking blade is sticking out of my goddamn pant pocket like a goddamn budget retarded Wolverine. This could have gone so bad, folks. If I would have walked into somebody, I would have stabbed them. If it would have deployed the other way, it would have stabbed me in the fucking leg. as it is, as bad as it is the best possible scenario that I ruin a pair of pants that I don't care that much about, and I got a funny joke out of it, I guess, but like, it's not okay. It's like really, really not okay. Like, you should not have to worry about your knife doing this. Let me go ahead and give you a recreation, folks. And to be very clear, this is 100% a recreation. This did not happen naturally. Happened naturally at the warehouse, but this, I'm stabbing through the same hole. So literally, it was out of my pants like this. It was about 80% deployed, and you could literally see about that much blade poking out of my pocket. Again, it's bad, that's dangerous, and I have never had a knife do that before. Again, I had a really shitty, a very beaten up and abused Gerber 06 Covert Auto that this is years and years ago, and it partially deployed, and that one actually did poke me a little bit, but it just deployed like the littlest fucking amount, because even though that was an auto, it actually got caught by the pocket, and it wasn't that big of a deal. This literally poked out of my fucking pants. And it's, again, not the auto feature. The auto feature actually has proper pressure for the butt. Like, you're not going to be able to deploy this accidentally, I don't think anyways. But the detent, the thing that actually keeps your knife to be a safe tool, the thing that will actually be able to have it maintain itself, is the weakest I have seen in a long fucking time. If you notice, right, on these gentle shakes, I'm not shaking this thing super fucking hard. It's not coming partially out. It is fully fucking deploying every single time. That is bad. That is horrible. That is fucking dangerous. And this is something that at any level of QC, they would have picked up on. And the community is reselling these in mass. These things sold out immediately, folks. Immediately. And almost immediately, you found them for resale for like $100 off, $200 off, for a limited edition, right? For a rare knife that's sold out ASAP. The community is taking $100 and $200 off of a knife. That was very telling. I was really concerned and curious about it, though. I wanted to know what the hell the big deal was. I actually really liked this knife. I almost bought a full custom version of this knife with like rattlesnake inlays and everything else. I thought it looked fucking badass. But I was like, what the hell is going on? And people have complained. People have talked about this. People have told Heretic this. I've seen posts where they are roasting this fucking knife. They are aware of the problem and they are doing nothing. Actually, you want to know what they are doing? They are making stainless steel versions of it with abalone and wood inlays. They are capitalizing on a dangerous fucking product. It's crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. I am a fan of Heretic. I love their fucking knives. They gave us I think it was like an $800 knife for a charity giveaway for the Knife Rights of America live stream. Like, I think they're a cool company. I want to like this knife so fucking bad. But this shit, man, this is dangerous. This is absolute negligence. This is not fucking okay. If I had to give this knife a review from 1 out of 10, let's go even lower than that. Let's go 0 out of 10. A knife that is fundamentally unsafe to carry and use gets a 0 out of 10. Without this problem, 8 out of 10. It's not a great knife. It is not a bad knife, but it is very fucking good. But with that problem, with that issue, with that well-known for a fucking fact issue, it is unsafe. It is dangerous. It is not fucking okay. My review score, at least for the moment, because I really, really hope they take the time to fix this fucking knife. And if they do, I will rebuy it, I will re-review it, I will update everything. Because I want this knife to do well. I want this knife to be good. I want Heretic to blow the fuck up. I want them to make cool fucking shit. I want every single maker in our community to have success, to be happy, to live their fucking dreams, and to make cool shit. Because I like fucking knives, man. I love knives. I want all the fucking knives. And I want all the knives to be cool, badass, and fucking bitchin'. But as it sits right now, the Heretic knives Pariah by me, Red Wolf EDC, gets a 0. A fucking 0 out of 10 for being unsafe, dangerous, and poorly fucking made. MTEX, little shitty ass Chinese fucking knockoffs, garbage ass knives do better than this. At least those knives don't generally pop open in your pocket. Some do, possibly, I don't fucking know. But in my experience, this is the only time this has ever happened. This is also the only 0. The only 0 I have ever given to any fucking knife. And it's a knife that is $450. And it is a knife from a company that I actually really fucking like. And it is a knife that I was super, super excited for. This fucking sucks. I am angry if you can't tell. And I am angry I have to make this fucking video. I'm angry that they let this shit out of the fucking factory. And I'm slightly angry I ruined a pair of pants, god damn it. Heretic, if you're watching this, man, I genuinely love your fucking company. I love a lot of your products. Please recall this knife. It'll be expensive. It'll suck. I get it. But it needs to be recalled and fix it. I know you guys can. You're a good fucking company. You guys care about people. Don't let the almighty dollar steal your fucking soul away. Recall it, eat the loss, fix it, and I will buy a brand new one myself and do another review. And the community as a whole will thank you for it, because what is here is dangerous, it is unsafe, and it is not by any means okay. As always, folks, I love you all. Please take care, and bye-bye. And please do not buy this knife. It's not safe. It's pretty, but it's not fucking safe. Take care, folks.